Hello, today I'm going to do my August wrap up. Finally, am I right? Shh. First up, I read the novel Looking for JJ. It's by Anne Cassidy. Anne Cassidy writes YA crime, but it's really like, whoa, the subjects she go into are very delicate subjects. This point from here is all Anne Cassidy books. I absolutely love her. I've read Talking to Strangers, which was so good, and Innocent, which was really good as well. So this one, I'm going to tell you a spoiler, but the spoiler is revealed on page 19, so I don't think it's a big deal. I think it'll actually make you want to read this book more. This follows a girl who, when she was 10, she killed another 10-year-old girl. So part 1 of the book is her in her new identity, and you don't know till page 19 that it's her. You just know there was this child killer called JJ, who was a child at the time when she killed the girl. Everyone's looking for JJ because she'd just come out of prison, and they're all trying to, the press are hounding her because it was a huge case at the time. The middle bit is when it flashes back to her childhood, so you get to know about her, you get to know about her mum, and then you get to know about the girl that she killed and her relationship with that girl, and then it goes to the killing. You see the whole killing, the whole day is laid out, plotted out, which I liked. I liked that it wasn't just little flashbacks and everything, you got the whole book backstory of the day. And then the last bit of the book is back to present day and what's going on in her life. This was so freaking good. So of course this is about her being a child killer child and all that different stuff, but then there are other underlying problems linked throughout it, and that's what Anne Cassidy does all the time. Oh, this was such a good book. I then read the graphic novel Ethel and Ernest. This is by Raymond Briggs. This is a true story about Raymond's parents, Ethel and Ernest. I've done a full review on this, so I'll just link that down below. I really like this, and in my review I was like, oh, it reminds me of The Snowman, you know, that Christmas like film, and everyone's like, yeah, that's because it was done by Raymond Briggs, so okay. I then read this, which is a little children's play. This is by Phyllis Flowerdew, and this is The Village That Was Drowned. And it's got all these kind of psychedelic-esque drawings, which I really liked. This is about a village that literally gets put underwater because a town nearby needs a water supply. This follows 2 children, their brother and sister, and their village is going to be drowned and they have to move out of their village. And that's what happens, and the village is drowned. That is the whole story. This was really serious. Like, there was one bit when I was like, oh my god, when they're talking about like the animals are all drowning. And I was like, as a child I would have been scarred. As an adult I think this is like a really interesting book. So it started off kind of like House on the Prairie, really nice, and then like they drowned the village and their nan was all upset about it, and then all these animals die. It was very odd, but I did like it. I then read another graphic novel, and this was Amulet. This is Amulet Volume 2. I read Amulet Volume 1 and my review of it was like, it's okay, but I wasn't sure. Volume 2, oh my god, I loved it. Basically, it's about this girl and her brother and her mum go to this house that like an uncle's left for them. And in the house, they basically get sucked into a different world. Like, I'll just put it like that. She has an amulet around her neck, which kind of gives her special powers. It reminded me a bit of Lord of the Rings, when Frodo puts the ring on and then he has special powers, but you need to make sure the ring doesn't control you. Exactly the same. So she needs to make sure this amulet thing doesn't overpower her. So they go into a different world, and there's people that got hit on them that want to kill them. So they're trying to get them, and then they're trying to get away from them, and then their mum's sick in this, and they have to find a cure, but they have to get it from a tree. Like, it's mental. It's very like cute, like a little fox joins them, and the fox is going to help her control her powers. The house, that their uncle's house, has legs. So that's how they transport around. I loved it. It was like so nerdy. I used to buy the books when I was younger, and this was kind of the only reading that I did. They were called Make Your Own Adventure books. I don't even know what they are. Basically, you would read a line, and then it would go, if you want to go into the dungeon, turn to page 143. If you would like to turn back, go to page 63, and then you'd have to do your own adventure. It reminded me really of them, and I don't know why. It was just something about it kind of so geeky and like adventure and lovely. Also, I thought something had happened to the rabbit. So there's a little pink rabbit in this. Let me find you. And oh, let me show you this drawing first. Look how gorgeous that is. It's all like mist. And then there's the tree with the fruit. beautiful. But this little rabbit here, I thought something had happened to the rabbit, and I swear to you, my heart was like racing. I started to sweat. I was like, if something happens to that rabbit, I am gonna, you know, punch the next person I see in the face. I loved Amulet Volume 2. I'm definitely going to read on, get Volume 3. I'm so excited. So if you read Volume 1 and you're kind of not that impressed, it gets better. And last but not least, I read a Bramley Hedge book. This is The Spring Stories by Jill Barklam. Basically, Bramley Hedge is about, it's a children's series, and it's about all these mice that live in a hedge. And the drawings in this, Jill wrote the story and did the drawings, and they are absolutely, well, like the detail that goes into them. So in all here is like little furniture, and the detail that goes into these are stunning. I actually have a Bramley Hedge plate. Oh, there we go. That's like the autumn plate. They do all kind of memorabilia, and the books are so cute. I am in love with Bramley Hedge. Oh, I'm obsessed with Bramley Hedge. So that's it, that's everything that I read in August. Hopefully I read more in September. I've already read 2 books, so I'm already kind of doing a little bit better than I did in August. I thought I'd show you some of the pictures from Bramley Hedge Spring Story, because I just want you all to love it as much as I do. Look at this. This is all the little mice having a picnic. This is them travelling to the picnic, and I just think it's so gorgeous. Oh, by Bramley Hedge, it's beautiful. Also, I did this. Not sure why.